Okay, ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to be doing my official MCU ranking of all the films, TV shows, everything, every little fibre on Kevin Feige's head. We're going to be ranking it into God to F. God obviously being the untouchables, F being the absolute... Maybe it shouldn't have happened. We'll just call it that. But today we're going to go through every single MCU film, and this is going to be it. I've tried to put them in as best order as I can. So we're going to start off with Iron Man. Okay, the very first Iron Man film. I'm just going to throw it up here for now. Oh right, okay. See, with this one, it is like it is one that has set up so much in the MCU, but as a film on its own, I'm going to have to place it. You know what? It might be a B. I'm going to stick with it as a B. It's a solid film. There's constant callbacks to this film, like that Tony Stark built this in a cave. That is I got it line first off, but just Robert Downey Jr. taking the MCU by storm with this film. I like it. They had to obviously recast Don Cheadle. They put Don Cheadle in, and they recast War Machine in it. So there's a few things that you can't go back to, but overall, it's a great film. I really like Iron Man. Hulk, yeah. See, there's some people that will say, the Hulk film is good. Those people should click off the video right now. So next up, we got Iron Man 2. It's not as good as Iron Man 1. See, we got the introduction of Black Widow in there, but I think it's gonna have to be a C tier film. This is gonna be harsh. This is gonna be quite harsh. So if you don't agree with me, then listen. These are my opinions, but it's a decent film and I enjoyed it, but it's not as good as the first Iron Man. And I think the only reason I prefer the first Iron Man is because it's the origin story. The second one is the second one that's got Elon Musk in it. Actually, no. It's staying in C tier. But then we got Thor. Yeah, that's an easy D. That's an easy D. It's not F. Definitely not an F tier. It's his eyebrows. It's his eyebrows in it. Why did they dye his eyebrows blonde? It doesn't make any sense in my head. But yeah, okay, yeah, we got to see Thor. We got to see him lose and regain his powers. We got to kind of see a human side of Thor in it, so it was decent. But it's the rewatchability of it just isn't good. It's not at all. And neither's the second one either. But first Captain America film. This film gets a lot of hate, This film does actually get a lot of hate. I like it. It's going to be a B. The first Captain America film, is going to be in the B tier. I love it. It might just be because I'm a history student, but I love the World War II aspect of it, and I absolutely love that end scene of him walking out into New York City. Nick Fury's there, he's saying, "What's going on? Are you feeling all right?" And he's going, "Yeah, I just had a date." And from that to him finally getting his dance in Endgame is a perfect story for Captain America, and I'm a big Captain America fan. So B tier for Captain America. Also, we get a call back to Red Skull. Rewatchability for that one. I've rewatched that a few times. I like it. All right, I like it. Also to see Steve Rogers go from skinny Steve to absolutely jacked, henched out Captain America. That's the stuff I like to see. First Avengers film. Okay, that's gonna have to be our first A. I think. Yeah, the first Avengers film is an absolute banger. It's a great film. We get to see Loki, and again we go back to that later on in the MCU, in the Battle of New York. So that is just amazing in itself. To see the six of them come together and to see what they did there is absolutely amazing. Tony Stark trying to sacrifice himself. That is the first time you see Tony Stark as, okay, this is a man for the people. He's not all about himself, really, okay? Even though we see him as a bit of a narcissist in the other films, which is the Tony Stark character, and we all love to see it. But the first time you properly see Iron Man as a man of the people, he's going to save the world, he's going to sacrifice himself for the greater good, is when he goes through that wormhole. And that is why that's an A film. Iron Man 3. The whole Mandarin thing still annoys me in Iron Man 3. I'm going to have to put that as a D film. I don't think I've watched it other than if I've been watching it on a rewatch, on a complete MCU rewatch That's it. I'm pretty sure that's the only time I've rewatched it. I think that's going to be enough said. And oh my gosh, okay. Thor: The Dark World is just a D film. I'm pretty sure I've seen it twice. I'm pretty sure I've seen it twice. First time watching it and a rewatch of the MCU. Yeah, it's not a film for me. It's not really not a film for me. The story of it is just I don't know. The only thing I like about it is that Loki post credit scene where he's still alive, he's still kicking, which I absolutely love that. But other than that, I don't know. I don't know. It's not a film for me. Captain America and the Winter Soldier. See, right, when I first watched this, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. And that was when I wasn't massive on the MCU. But looking back on it now and after watching it a fair few times, I do really like it. But it's I don't know if it'll match up to these here. It's gonna be. The thing is, we've got a lot coming. I don't want to throw all the first ones up too high and then have to knock them down later on. This second Captain America film, it's gonna have to be in the C. I'm debating between B and C. Just know that with Bucky in it, Nick Fury. Yeah, no. It's a B. I'm gonna stick with B. Captain America, Winter Soldier. It's a B film. I quite liked the Nick Fury fake death in this. And I think they really established Bucky as an amazing character in this film, and also to see his relationship with Captain America, it was really good. It was really good, and to have the ending of it's not, that it's not over yet. It can't be over. They're not. You see the hints of Bucky still there, but it is the Winter Soldier, which is just a really good way to end the film because it completes the story of the film, but needs you're left wanting more. You're left wanting to know what's going to happen next between Steve and Bucky. I really do like that film. Guardians of the Galaxy. Wow. Okay, it's not. Oh, see the Guardians origin. I enjoy it, but I more like rewatching them when they're all together. I'm not the biggest on rewatching them like going to prison and having to break out and stuff. It's more the attacks and them saving the galaxy, the final battles of the scene that I really like to rewatch. So I'm gonna have to put that in C. Oh no, I can't put Guardians in C. No, it's definitely a B. Yeah, Guardians is definitely a B because it is the first time that we're properly seeing that outer space, that aspect of, this is going to take over the entire galaxy. Well, it ends up being the entire multiverse, obviously, but yeah, that's definitely up there. Age of Ultron is an underrated Avengers film, and I'm gonna have to put it in. See, the thing is, we get Scarlet Witch, we get Quicksilver, we get Vision, obviously we get Ultron. We get a lot in this film, and I think it's a lot more. Though the stakes arguably are higher, but it's a lot more of a chilled out Avengers film. Whereas the first one, there was all getting to know each other, and there was you was meeting the different heroes, were meeting the other different heroes. Whereas this one, they're established, they know each other, they're a force to be reckoned with, especially when with Strucker as well. And yeah, this one is going to be a. I genuinely don't know. I think this is going to have to be. It's gonna have to be a B film. I'm currently comparing it to the first Avengers. It's gonna have to be. It's gonna have to be an A. It's gonna have to be an A. I've nudged it up to an A. I'm thinking back through the scenes now, and I did really like that film. Okay, so next up we got Ant-Man. I think that one's gonna be. I do really like the Ant-Man films. There's not going to be many on this list that I say I don't like. I'll be honest with you. There's not going to be many Fs. There will be a few more. Don't get me wrong, but there's not going to be many Fs. In terms of Ant-Man, it's going to be. Oh my gosh, this is harder than I thought. This is harder than I thought. The Ant-Man I'm going to put as a B film. I do really like Paul Rudd as Ant-Man. I think it's very different to the rest of it. I do feel like he's more of a low-level superhero, and the threats that he's facing do come across as like lower-level threats. But I kind of like that sometimes. I do kind of like that sometimes. There's definitely sometimes later on where I don't like that, but definitely I do like that sometimes. Okay, Civil War is definitely an A. It could be a God film. Ooh, this is the first one I'm debating to go up here. Um, Captain America: Civil War. We all know it's Avengers 2.5, but Captain America: Civil War. Are we going to put in God? Uh, hmm. Oh my gosh, I need a sip of water. It's so hot today. It's genuinely. I probably look like I'm sweating like a fat lass at a disco. Captain America: Civil War. Um, you know what? I'm gonna keep it in. I'm gonna keep it in A for now, and then later on when I come back and I end up putting stuff in God tier, then I'll compare it to that, and maybe it'll get a bump up. Maybe it'll get a bump up. Doctor Strange. We're gonna throw Doctor Strange in. Hmm. You know what? I might have to put Doctor Strange in a C. A C film. Again, the rewatchability of that's how I can tell if I really enjoy a film. I can rewatch it and rewatch it and rewatch it. Doctor Strange is not one of those films, but it's also not a bad film. I'm gonna have to stick it with C. I'm gonna have to definitely stick it in C. Pretty much what I'm doing at D are the ones that, they're definitely not my favorites. The top 10, but probably less than that. But the I could watch them again. I can appreciate them as like a film that impacts the later story. Hulk is just, oh my gosh, just why? I get their effort with it, and I'm glad that they now ignore that as a film. And that's why it's in the bottom, I'm not gonna lie to you. Guardians, my gosh, okay, Guardians Volume 2, that's an A film. No what? No, that's a God film. Guardians Volume 2 is an absolute classic, and I do love it. From the soundtrack to the acting to the story, I absolutely love every single bit of it. And I can't wait for Guardians 3. I've just seen them in Love and Thunder, which we'll get to later on. Homecoming, Spider-Man Homecoming. Now, I'm the biggest Spider-Man fan on the planet, really. No, I'm a massive Spider-Man fan, but Homecoming, I think that the Spider-Man films get better as they go on. I'm gonna have to put Homecoming in B, which I really liked it, and I get the joke that everyone makes about Iron Man Jr. But listen, I really enjoyed the film. I really enjoyed the Vulture in it. Had a really good post credit scenes. I don't know. It established Spider-Man in a way that we hadn't seen before with the Tobey and Andrew films. But it's gonna have to be a B for me. From looking about where it went from this film, that is gonna have to be a B. It's definitely a B. Thor Ragnarok, again, a god film. The God of Thunder is a god film, mate. I don't think many people would disagree with me on that. The introduction of Korg alone makes it a god film. I'll tell you my opinion on Love of Thunder in a little bit, but Thor Ragnarok completely breaks away from Thor and Thor: The Dark World. It's a completely different story. It's literally a completely different chain of events. Loki's back in it. You get Tessa Thompson in there as Valkyrie. You have so much to go around with, and it completely sets up Thor's part in Infinity War amazingly. I don't think that we'd get the absolute hype that we get from the Thor entering the Battle of Wakanda without Ragnarok. You just don't get it. You just don't get it. Even if we had like another similar style film to this, him entering Wakanda, it's just not as exciting because of the change that Thor had in Ragnarok. It's unparalleled in the MCU. Unparalleled. That's why it's up there. Black Panther. Okay, so Black Panther is a great film. It is a great film, and I don't know where I put it. I'm gonna have to say Black Panther is. It's gonna have to be a B film. It's a B film. I really enjoyed it. Killmonger, great in it, and there's some great acting in there. I don't really have an urge to rewatch it, and I don't think I ever have. I can appreciate it for what it is, and post credit scenes again in it, really good. With Bucky, the Winter Soldier, getting in there at the end. Yeah, listen, it's a great film. It's a great film, and like I say before, I'm a big Spider-Man fan, and I put it on the same level as Homecoming. So that's that for Black Panther. We're going for the B tier with that. Infinity War. Now that is definitely, it's definitely an A. Is it going to be a God? Is it going to be a God tier? Yeah, it is. Infinity War is definitely a God tier MCU film. Top of the top. Arguably one of my favourites. And arguably my favourite, actually. Yeah, no, I don't think that really needs an argument for it. You know, everyone coming together. I like how obviously Endgame you had everyone together. Oh, whoops. Endgame you had everyone together, but Infinity War you had everyone in the film scattered all over the gaff. But I thought it was really, really well done. The Russo brothers on that one was absolutely amazing. You can see the good directors in the MCU. Russo brothers. You got Taika Waititi, the Thor Love and Thunder one, wherever that one's gone over here. Yeah, that one's gonna show Taika's work off as well. But yeah, no, definitely Infinity War God tier. That is a great film. Ant-Man and the Wasp. That one's gonna be a C1 for me. I think. Yeah, it's definitely. I see. I like it. I do like Ant-Man, and I do like Ant-Man and the Wasp as a film. I do kind of think watching it though, I was expecting more answers towards Endgame because obviously after Infinity War, everyone was just baffled. Everyone was like, everyone's died, and we need to know what happens after Infinity War going forwards towards Endgame. And Ant-Man and the Wasp didn't really give any answers to that. And looking back, I'm kind of glad it didn't. It left everything for Endgame. Obviously, we got the post-credit scene of Scott Lang being trapped in the quantum realm, but we could send out some theories after that. But we never really got some proper answers. We did get what's her name, Janet Van Dyne, talking about those time vortexes, which gave us a hint of the time travel. But, you know, no solid answers. It did make for a really good Endgame film. But yeah, as an Ant-Man and the Wasp itself, as an Ant-Man and the Wasp film itself, C, definitely a C tier. Captain Marvel, that one's a D. See, I didn't mind it as much when I first watched it, and then I rewatched it again, and I have watched it a few times, so I couldn't figure out what I didn't like about it. Yeah, it's. I know it gets a lot of hate anyway, so I don't really want to just jump on that, but it's the forced you will like this film for me in it. It's the way that they kind of like force you to like this film, and because of that, it just doesn't work. It needs to be a lot more relaxed. It's too overpowered in it, and what gets hard with this point now in Marvel, where you're at the point of introducing Captain Marvel, this absolutely amazing superhero, you can't introduce her and just be, oh yeah, I've been busy all this time, you know, like when they say, where have you been all this time, when they're talking about fighting Thanos, they're like, oh yeah, there's other planets that don't have the Avengers. Yeah, that makes sense, but it also really doesn't. Why? What out prioritizes Thanos? Surely she knows. Surely at that point she knew about the Infinity Stones, and surely she knows what threat it was. So if Thanos is out there collecting them, go and help. Go and help to stop him. And if she didn't know about it, then that'd be her answer. So don't say like, oh yeah, she might not have known about it. If she knew about it, then that would have been her answer. Endgame is definitely going to be an A, right? I don't care. Some people might say this is too funny, it's too many jokes in there. No, Endgame is a solid film. I really liked it. I don't care what other people say. I really liked it. People left the cinemas loving it, and they went back to it. Saw some of the hype being like, oh yeah, you know, it's mid game and Avengers mid game. Like, shut up. No, it's not. Avengers Endgame is a quality film that wrapped up so much with Tony Stark, Captain America, you know, the Infinity Saga. All in all, it was absolutely amazing. And then following that with Far From Home, I genuinely think another A film. An absolutely amazing summer that was. I think I just finished my A-levels, I don't know, but I was finishing college one summer and went to watch Avengers Endgame. Yeah, it was. I finished my A-levels, went to watch Avengers Endgame, went to watch Far From Home. What a solid start to the summer. That was amazing, yeah. I really can't complain that much about Far From Home. I loved Quentin Beck, Mysterio, Jake Gyllenhaal in there. Absolutely amazing. Tom Holland steps it up with Far From Home. Seeing him outside of New York as well, you know, we've never really seen Spider-Man outside of New York before. So even taking him somewhere like Venice, he can't swing like he can in New York. No, so that's an amazing film. MJ in there as well. We're fully going down the MJ story arc with that as well. Seeing the outcome of Tony Stark's death as well. What a film! Actually, now I have to rewatch that one again tonight. You know. Okay, so now we're on to. Are we on to WandaVision now? Have I done that right? Yeah, because then COVID, and then we're on the series now. WandaVision. I don't know why this series gets A. That's an amazing one. The jump from WandaVision to Doctor Strange, that's where it gets a bit questionable. Should WandaVision have gone a little bit more into Wanda's dark side with the Darkhold? should Doctor Strange have opened up with seeing that transformation from, well, I don't know if we can really say good Wanda, but then to bad Wanda. We could really say from Wanda to the Scarlet Witch. I don't know, but seeing Wanda deal with the death of Vision in this film, seeing her deal with the birth and death of Wiccan and Speed, and also you get to see Monica Rambeau in there, all grown up. Darcy Lewis comes back. Agatha was amazing in that. There's not that much to complain about, and also going from a time where we had no Marvel content. With this, even the first 3 episodes where we had no answers, absolutely nothing, and it was just those black and white episodes, and they were so fun to watch because you had to proper nitpick all the Easter eggs and details out of it just to get any idea of what's going on, and even then you were still confused. So there's that with it, which was amazing. Following that with Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which had to be a C. When I think back about Falcon and the Winter Soldier, I think of 2 scenes. The opening scene with Falcon's opening scene where he's using his wings, and I just really liked this because there was a focus on Falcon that we hadn't seen before. There was a focus on his fighting style and his action in that, which was really, really well done. And then the second scene I think of is in the last episode when he's then fighting. See, I can't even think of what the bad guys are called in this. But when he's fighting them, he's got his new Captain America suit. That was really cool as well. The suit is a bit questionable. It's a bit in your face, but this isn't a review of the suit. This is a ranking of the film. So yeah, Falcon in the new suit, or Captain America in the new suit. Really, it was really cool to see. But I don't know. I do feel like there should have been a bit more focus on Bucky. I do feel like it was a Captain America story, whereas I get Falcon is now Captain America, but he wasn't at the start of this. I did like the John Walker stuff, and I do like the special agent stuff that they're getting started up with at the end with the Thunderbolts. So that's really cool. And I do feel like the hard thing with these Disney Plus series is it's setting up for a future film. Is essentially what it is. And I definitely think that's essentially what this is. I don't think we're going to see a Falcon series or a Captain America series. It's going to be a Captain America 4, or I guess you could say Falcon's Captain America 1. Definitely a C tier for Falcon and the Winter Soldier. Not really much more to say on that. Loki, wow, okay, that's an A series. Yeah, the thing is, if it was a film, it'd be up there, but it's not. It's a series, it's cool because we get a lot longer on it. But it stretches out a lot of things, which I'd love to see as a series. But I think as a film, to just concise it a bit more would have been absolutely really, really, really amazing. But no, from everyone in there, from Mobius to Loki, you even get Lady Sith back in that, from that little cameo for it. Really good series, and it completely flips on its head everything that we thought we knew about the MCU and time travel and the multiverse that we saw in in Endgame and Doctor Strange, and even slight hints to WandaVision in there. It was really, really cool, and yeah, again, I loved watching that. I see. The thing is with Falcon and the Winter Soldier, having WandaVision, I absolutely loved it. Falcon and the Winter Soldier, yeah, it was okay, but it doesn't seem that bad until it's sandwiched between WandaVision and Loki as well, because those two are absolutely amazing, and then it just makes Falcon and the Winter Soldier seem that bit worse, and I do feel bad about that, but it is the way it is. Black Widow, right, I think that's going to have to be a D, maybe even an F. Okay, the only reason it's not going to be an F is because, oh my gosh, I'm now thinking should Captain Marvel be an F. I kind of forgot that was an option. I do think Captain Marvel. I'll stick with what I got for Captain Marvel, but Black Widow, I'm still debating between these two, mainly because it shouldn't be at this point. It should not have been released at this point. They should have had a Black Widow film made in line with Civil War. They should have had that coming out after Civil War, leading up to Endgame. And yeah, we wouldn't have got Yelena in there straight away. And I know it would have been harder to cast a solid Yelena and then be like, yeah, we're not going to use you for years to come. But it's just the way chronologically it would work. I know when I've done an MCU rewatch that I've placed it in at the right point. And then, if I've been watching it with someone who hasn't seen it yet, then the post-credit scene we'll watch later on. But Black Widow, as a film, it's not the worst, but as a placement, as a rewatchability, and as an enjoyability factor, it's definitely a D. It's definitely in the D. There was one line in there about mind-controlled pigs, which I want to know more about. But, if that's what I'm taking away from the film, then it's going to have to be a D. Shang-Chi, my gosh. Okay, that's an A. That's an easy A. That's an easy A film. Rewatchability, amazing. Fight scenes in that, amazing. Hand-to-hand combat like we've never seen before. It introduces the 10 rings, but leaves us wanting to know more. That's what it all is about in this. It leaves you wanting to know more. That post-credit scene with Wong and being like, oh yeah, the origins of the 10 rings, thousands of years. Like, oh my gosh, we want to know more about that. That's what we need. Especially with a list of films this long. You need that Iron Man 1 introducing the 10 rings to get to us to Shang-Chi showing us, Iron Man 3 introducing the 10 rings. Oh, no, I'm right. Iron Man 1 introducing the 10 rings and then get all the way to Shang-Chi, and we finally learn about the true origins of the 10 rings and the true Mandarin. And then we also get the fake Mandarin back in this film, which is really cool to see. And that's the difference between good and bad writing, good and bad directing. In Iron Man, where is Iron Man 3 actually? Oh, there. Oh, yeah, I put it in D. That's right. Yeah, so Iron Man 3, I absolutely hated the fake Mandarin. Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, he stole the show. Absolutely stole the show. He was so funny in it. I was in stitches. But yeah, just to see Shang-Chi facing off against the Mandarin in this, and you get to see again a completely different side of the MCU, and it's hard at this point to bring in some fresh things. So this film, yeah, 10 out of 10. I can't really complain much about this. Eternals, I'm going to throw in D, only because I think it should have been 2 films. I genuinely think we needed a lot more build up to Eternals. There's too, even on this poster, you can see that there's too big of a cast. The cast was way too big to get everyone enough screen time in one film. I really didn't care about some of the deaths in that film. When God, what's her name? Is it no? Cersei's the one that took over. Well, when some of them died, I was just like, well, listen, you've not had enough time on screen for me to care about you. I mean, I guess Richard Madden's role in it, what's his name? When Icarus flew into the sun at the end. Listen, I'm not 100% said that Icarus is dead, but if he is dead, yeah, it was a cool death. Icarus flying into the sun, matches the legend. But I don't know. I don't really care too much, to be honest with you. Because they've had the whole mantra as, yeah, we're not going to get involved. Their deaths really don't mean that much. Obviously now at the end of the film, maybe they will get involved a bit more. They're kind of free. Well, the ones that were left on Earth are kind of free, and then obviously some of them were taken to go meet Harry Styles. But yeah, I mean, I guess it is what it is. I do feel like it should have been 2 films. One explaining their origins, and then the battle against the deviants in present day, rather than constantly going back and forth. And I do feel like the first one could have ended with maybe the Icarus change, maybe like the Icarus heel turn kind of thing. And then, I don't know. I don't fully know how I'd do it, but I do feel like it should have been 2 films. Yeah, that's just me. Spider-Man, No Way Home. My God, yeah, God tier film. The callbacks in this film are unreal. Explains the multiverse going on from Loki, WandaVision, Doctor Strange. Really, it's the culmination of so many different films. Andrew gets to come back, finish off his arc. Well, maybe finish it off, but he gets to get a bit more peace with the character. Toby gets to come back, prove that he's still the GOAT, and then Tom Holland, I think, is the best Spider-Man in that film. Obviously you have the nostalgic factors with Toby and Andrew, and coming out of it, I would not have said this because of those factors, but Tom Holland steals the show in that film, and that end scene, the soundtrack on that end part when he swings off after making everyone forget who Peter Parker is, wow, that is some good stuff. That is a good film. Yeah, and I think I watched that 5 or 6 times in cinemas, and then I must have watched it 4 or 5 more times since then. So I'm easily past 10 times watching that, and it's not even been a year since it's been out. So yeah, great film, great film. Hawkeye, I'm gonna put maybe a C. Yeah, because the thing is, I really enjoyed Hawkeye. I enjoyed it more than Falcon and the Winter Soldier, definitely. But I definitely did not enjoy it on the same level as these films. No way. But yes, Hawkeye, it was good. Having the introduction of Kate Bishop, Haley Steinfeld in there, yeah, great. That was really good. Who's it? Oh, they've put the dog on the poster. That's what it is. Yeah, no, it's really good series. Following No Way Home, obviously in the UK we got No Way Home, and then we got the finale of Hawkeye. So I got to see Daredevil before I saw Kingpin, where I think a lot of people got to see Kingpin before they saw Daredevil. So I mean, I guess the introduction of Kingpin would have been a bit more mind blowing if I hadn't already seen Daredevil, but I also would have rather have seen Daredevil first. I don't know. It just kind of knocks Hawkeye a little bit. Well, no, it doesn't really knock it. I think, but it would have improved it if I would have had that reveal in Hawkeye rather than in No Way Home. Yeah, no, really good series. It just doesn't compare to the rest of them. Okay, what are we on next? Moon Knight. Okay, yeah, really good, really good. We're gonna go for, I think we're gonna go for a B. Yeah, the acting in this, it might have to be a C because purely because I don't even know if you can really call it lazy, but the boom mics were on screen at some points, at least 2 that I know of. 2 points in the show where the boom mics were on, or there was a camera on. Some production was on in the scene, and it's just that, as little of a thing as it is, it does kind of stand out for me. Oscar Isaac in it though, amazing. Stephen Grant, absolutely amazing character. I really good that. Really enjoyed that. Mark Spector, and then we also got Jake Lockley at the end, which everyone was hyped over. I know nothing about the Moon Knight comics, but just seeing all the TikToks about Jake Lockley, it just got me excited to see him as a cab driver at the end. But yeah, Mark and Stephen, their story throughout the series was absolutely amazing, and to see the Steven sacrifice at the end and then Mark to go back for him, and then both of them are still around. Yeah, I loved it. I absolutely loved it. And it's also again completely different. It's something completely fresh, and to have a standout actor as Oscar Isaac play something that has very little, close to no ties to the rest of the MCU. It's a fresh project, and it's really good. I really enjoyed that. It was a nice little breath of fresh air. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness. Everyone keeps calling that the Multiverse of Madness. Listen, the film as itself, the script, not the best. That's not what I'm trying to argue here. The director, Sam Raimi in it, did an absolutely amazing job to pull the script up to make it a decent film. First horror film in the MCU. Yeah, it wasn't the scariest, but I wasn't expecting it to be. The thing is, this film, it wasn't overhyped. That's not the right word for it. It was, everyone anticipated something different, but it wasn't overhyped. It was misled. The trailers and the footage that we saw, all the promotion for it, misled us so much, because we got to see all the different Marvel title cards in the trailer, yet we didn't explore each of their universes. We got hints towards people like Daredevil, which I know that he was supposed to be linked into the film, even if it was just in a small way, but we didn't get to see that. And the only reason that actually impacts my opinion of the film is because it's a film about the multiverse, yet we saw three different universes in full anyway. Yeah, it's just not what it could have been. As a film itself, yeah, I enjoyed it. There was an actual sneaky line to Spider-Man in that, wasn't there? And people are saying that Doctor Strange still knows who Peter Parker is, but I disagree. I don't think he does. But that's beside the point. Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness is, I'm going to stick it as a C, which is a tough call. It's definitely a tough call, but I'm going to have to stick it as a C. What If? Okay, where are we going to put this? See, it's hard because each episode I have a different opinion on. The first episode, I don't like the Peggy Carter one, and I'll tell you why. It's pretty much the exact same as another Disney Plus series that's on Disney Plus about Steve Rogers taking the serum, but they've just flipped it with Peggy Carter, and I get that that's the whole point. It's Steve Rogers. They're flipping it. They're just going to flip the story and add in Peggy Carter instead. But it's literally the same scenes. I literally recognize the episode from that. But then again, you also have the zombie episode, which I really liked. You had T'Challa as Star-Lord. I absolutely loved that. You had Killmonger and Iron Man. Great episode. I'm gonna have to just for those good episodes, I'm gonna have to nudge it up to the top one. To see, even I'm gonna have to nudge it up just by one. The finale of this, yeah, it was cool seeing Vision and Ultron. The Watcher was really cool to see in this. Yeah, I do feel like it's a C. It's hard because I do feel like it led into Doctor Strange: The Multiverse of Madness, but I don't know. I'm hoping maybe it's gonna happen with season 2, but I'm hoping it's gonna lead to a lot more than just that. That's not all of them. Oh, okay, so yes, we still got these two here. Ms. Marvel, so I'm going to be putting this, I've been watching it, I'm going to put it as a B, okay, I'm going to put it as a B, and don't get me wrong, I'm almost 21, this is not directed towards me, it's a coming-of-age story for Kamala Khan, and I am struggling to not cringe in each episode, but the overall story, it's something different, it's something new, and I like it. The representation in this show is amazing. I'm learning so much, actually, not even about Marvel, just about Pakistani culture, and that side of it I really enjoy. But Ms. Marvel, yeah, I'm not going to lie, Captain Marvel 2, The Marvels, I'm more looking forward to see Kamala Khan and Monica Rambeau in it far more than I am Carol Danvers. So yeah, that one is pleasantly surprising me at the moment. And Thor, Love and Thunder. Okay, so this is the big one. I'm going to put it here for now while I have a little think about it. Fresh from watching this film, I've seen it once. I've genuinely seen it once. What is it going to be? The comedy in this film, it was too much. It was too much comedy, but it was Taika Waititi through and through. It was the best way to say it is it's Ragnarok on steroids in a bad way. The first half of the film was non-stop, back-to-back jokes. Some of them hit, some of them flopped. I don't know. I think I'm going to put it as a B. I do think it's going to be a B tier. Really, really good action scenes in it. Christian Bale as Gore the God Butcher. My gosh, great villain. I definitely wouldn't say he's the best villain, but he's definitely up there. Easily top 5. I'm going to push it. I'm going to say easily top 3 best villains in the MCU. I know I said that the first half was jokes, but I did get goosebumps in the first half of it. In the action sequence where he's fighting, I say with the Guardians, but it's just Thor that's fighting. Yeah, he shone through in that scene. Seeing Thor as like Ragnarok, you see him achieve his full powers, and at the end he gets to use them. You see him use them in Infinity War. You see him let himself go in Endgame, and this is now Thor coming back, realizing that he has all this power, and oh my god, he uses it. Yeah, it's a really good Thor film, but it's not an A, and it's definitely not a God. Yeah, the Jane Foster arc in this, the Korg, the Valkyrie, all the side characters, and it was really good as well. I know some people were saying they were disappointed because Loki wasn't in it. No, I'm not gonna lie. Loki would have been cool as maybe a post-credit scene, letting Thor know what's going on if it's relevant. If it's not relevant, then we really don't need it. We really don't need it. Yeah, definitely a B. And I think the rest of them, we've got Toby, we've got Andrew, we got the Venom films, we've got the Netflix shows. I'm quite happy with that. My MCU ranking from start to finish, yeah, I'm quite happy with that. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed it. Let me know if you want me to do some more tier videos. Thank you very much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.